Hey folks, Josh here, Fortner's Frontier Leather. Tonight I'm coming to you. Sorry, my computer just did something crazy. Uh, Tonight I'm coming to you in a format that I don't normally come to you in here on YouTube. Mostly this is just a Patreon kind of thing where I just sit and talk to the patrons. We do a thing over there sometimes I call Chicken Coop Talks, where I just sit down there by the chicken coop and kind of tell my opinions and my thoughts on things that are going on, and how, in regards to self-reliance type issues and our liberties and just situation that's going on in the world. Today I want to do that with y'all. I was about to go to bed and I just had this feeling that I needed to talk to y'all about these things. And I normally don't talk about these things on YouTube because, it kind of carries some sort of stigmas, or people think that you're crazy, crazy prepper, like you're, preparing for zombies or something. That's not what we're about. That's not what we're doing. I'm doing no crazy stuff over here. But, Fortner's Frontier Leather is all about making leather gear for people to be self-reliant, people who are living off the land and that kind of thing. If y'all have been here, you know that. If you haven't been, well, there you go. That's why we make the rifle slings, log carriers, the work aprons, all this kind of stuff to help people be more self-reliant. But why? I'll put it here. You can go and look at one of the first videos that I did because I thought it was important to build a foundation. And that video was, why should we be self-reliant? Not just for the sake of being self-reliant, just because you think it's cool or it's fun or anything like that. There's a reason. And part of that reason was to be prepared for hard times. So about a year and a half ago, 2 years maybe now, I just had this really strong feeling that we needed to up our preparedness and kind of start hitting it harder and being more serious about it, that it was more urgent. Of course, that was, before all this coronavirus stuff and everything happened. And then all that stuff happened. And then more stuff happened, all this unrest started going on. And when I first was out of work from my regular job, when all the coronavirus started up, I wasn't concerned about, things being closed or, not being able to go anywhere. Because like I've said in past videos, we were fairly prepared for, that sort of situation. We were okay. But, all those things didn't bother me. The virus didn't bother me. I kept feeling like there was something worse coming around the corner that was going to possibly come out of all of this. And I felt that way right from the beginning, before, they started saying you have to wear masks, and there was even talk of any kind of vaccinations or anything like that. There's just a feeling that that's not the end, and that's not the thing that we needed to be prepared for. There was far worse coming, and this was just the very tip of the beginning. So, even since then, we've continued to prepare, and I've continued to upload videos throughout that whole time. Mostly videos trying to get people who weren't really into preparedness, or kind of just touching the surface of preparedness. But that's why, because ever since that video, why you should be self-reliant, it was because I had that feeling and wanted to start encouraging people and kind of start easing into basically telling people what I really thought. And I will tell you tonight that if you've not been into self-reliance, not been really into preparedness, that you immediately start getting that way. Because guys, there's a lot of things that could be coming here shortly, That's all I've been saying lately. I think there's far worse to come here shortly, or there's, something else coming down the line. It never really said what. But I don't think you have much time, guys. I don't think we have much time left to prepare. And there's a lot of other people who feel the same way, who've been saying these things on YouTube, and I have thoroughly agreed with them. We're looking at, possible food shortages, civil unrest, another wave of this virus, which will be blown out of proportion and used for other purposes, to pass other things and to do other possibly unconstitutional things. And there's consequences that could come along with all the rest of that, or with all of that. Things that you wouldn't think about being consequences of all that. But basically, my point is today is to beg you now to please prepare if you're not already. And if you think you're prepared, prepare some more, because none of us are prepared as we'd like to be or as we should be. Store your food, store your defense, your water, communication. Be prepared to possibly have no job. You need to be able to provide your own food, grow your own food. Please don't think you can rely on hunting. There's a reason, and I've said this on Patreon before too, there's a reason that hunter-gatherer societies switched to agricultural societies, because hunter-gatherer society just was not very efficient. How many times have you been hunting and you didn't see anything? And your kids are home hungry. They're counting on you to bring back a deer or whatever, but you didn't see anything. How many times has that happened when you've been out hunting? Fortunately, your life didn't depend on it at the time, but what about when it does? I don't want, people to go hungry. I don't want your kids to go hungry. I don't want people to suffer. And that's why I'm just spilling the beans now and telling you I don't think we have much time. I think we all need to get on it. We need to be on it hard. And another thing is, after this election, things could get bad either way. Either way it goes, I could see possible serious disruptions. And a lot of people are saying the same things. I think we're headed still, I've been saying this, that we're headed for some economic troubles, more civil unrest, and serious government overreach in the name of getting all these things under control. They won't let a crisis go to waste. We know that they'll use anything and everything that they possibly can to grab more power. That's not me being a conspiracy theorist. That's just a fact. I mean, just look around. Just look at the way things are going now, the way things have gone in the past. This isn't something that's just come about because of the coronavirus or because of, other incidents like the George Floyd deal. Now people are protesting. There are things that have been boiling and going on for years and years and years leading up to all these things. The coronavirus didn't kill our economy. It may have helped tip it over the edge, but or it may have helped tip it over the edge here in the near future. But it's not the main cause. These things have been coming. It was just a matter of time. And everybody has been kind of complacent and not paying attention and preparing. Now, I don't know your preparedness situation, and you don't know mine. I don't know how prepared you are. You don't know how prepared I am, and that's fine. I don't want to know how prepared you are. And I don't want you to know how prepared I am or not. But I'm just saying, no matter how prepared you are, I think we really, really, really need to be getting more prepared as much as possible. Because once again, I don't think we have much time. And that's all I really want to say right now. But that's why I've been doing more content on self-reliance. A few months ago I did the one, how you gonna eat with no power, and all these kind of things, lessons learned from 2020 so far. There's a reason I said so far, because there's far worse coming. I don't think it's just my opinion. I feel it in my bones, and it's good to go with your gut feeling. I feel like somebody's been telling me. Somebody's been telling me. And now I feel like somebody's telling me to tell you.